Hey YouTube, Motor Racing Network, Steve Post here with another great Diecast review show. Looking back at Daytona on Saturday night, how about Brad Keselowski? Third win of the season, a dominant performance. It was his first win at Daytona. He's had a number of victories over at Talladega, so I think when you look at super speedway restrictor play racers, you've got to look at Brad Keselowski. He's quickly becoming one of the best our sport has, and that was a dominating run. By the way, 100th win for Team Penske as well in the Sprint Cup Series. Brad Keselowski, race-winning diecast, available at planbsales.com. Upper right-hand corner, type in Keselowski Daytona, and the race winner will be there for you to pre-order. Must pre-order these diecasts. They're not going to get produced if we don't get enough pre-orders. So pre-order them. Your credit card or debit card will not be charged until it's shipped after it's produced. So no risk there, but if you want one, put your name on it right now. Other notes from Daytona, the Roush Fenway team. Really strong night for them. Trevor Bayne 3rd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 5th, and Greg Biffle 8th. So all three Roush Fenway cars finishing in the top 8. Another good note, Michael McDowell. As we often see when we go to plate tracks, somebody sneaks up there in the top 10. Michael McDowell with that little number 95 team that does such a great job, finished in the 10th spot. Time for our favorite part of the Diecast review show, your questions from right down below, and we've got a couple of them this week. Joshua Kurtz writes in and says, what road course would you like to see in the chase, Sonoma or Watkins Glen? You know, I really like both road courses. I think I like the racing a little bit more because it's a little tighter at Sonoma, but Watkins Glen, man, that's a great spot as well. I think when I look at the chase, I think you've got to look at Sonoma, and it's not necessarily what I prefer, it's what the weather would be like. Upstate New York in September, October, November, you could get 3 feet of snow up at Watkins Glen, where Sonoma, it is always beautiful out in Northern California. So put Sonoma in the chase. And by the way, I would like to see a road course in the chase. I think it would be really cool. Final question, Tristan Fleur writes in and says, how many more first-time winners will we see this season? Well, Tristan, there's been 11 winners so far this season. I think the only driver that I think you're going to see get a win that hasn't won, and he would be a career first-time winner, is Chase Elliott. He has had 6 top 5 finishes. He is 8th in points. So I think Chase Elliott will make it to a win this season, and really the way he's been running, he can do it about anywhere, about any track. I think we may get I don't know with Watkins Glen. That's always an interesting question, and first-time winner this year, maybe an A.J. Allmendinger can step up, but the problem with Watkins Glen is there's always guys like Kyle Busch that have a lot of wins, and Jimmy Johnson, and we even saw Tony Stewart win at Sonoma, and Tony has a lot of road course wins. So there's a lot of those talented veterans that have won before that can go to Watkins Glen and win. So put me down for Chase Elliott and one more for sure. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series rolling into Kentucky this weekend. The 6th Sprint Cup Series race at Kentucky. Doesn't seem that long ago. We were there for the first time, but that was 5 races ago. So that's what we're talking about, is Kentucky and Kentucky race winners on our featured diecast. This is Kyle Busch's race winner from last year at Kentucky. It is available right now at Plan B Sales. Remember Kyle's story last year, first part of the season, out with an injury, came back in May, and then midsummer went on that roll with wins across the board, including this car at Kentucky. This diecast car and a lot of past race winners is available at planbsales.com. Just type in the search engine, the racetrack, the driver, and you might find yourself a deal on a past race winner like this one, Kyle at Kentucky last year. We mentioned 5 times Sprint Cup Series has raced at Kentucky. Kyle has 2 wins, Brad Keselowski has 2 wins, and Matt Kenseth has 1 win up at Kentucky. Kyle was the race winner last year, and new this year, the low downforce package that we played around with at Michigan, it's back again this weekend at Kentucky, so it will be interesting to see. While we're talking about race-winning diecast, that's our question of the week, and you can type the answer right down below. What is your all-time favorite race-winning diecast? Maybe you have it in your collection, or maybe you wish you had it in your collection. Our question of the week, what is your all-time favorite race-winning diecast? And we love reading about the answers, because for us, it's a trip down memory lane. All of the diecast deals are available at planbsales.com. That's www.planbsales.com. We love that you guys are getting involved with us here on YouTube. We have the comments below. Feel free to mention your comments here. Follow us on Twitter at PlanBSales, and we'll keep you informed on what we have. And please get some back and forth conversation going, because we love talking racing and love talking with you race fans out there, and we appreciate the business you do give us.